Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Prophecy of Pendor Mountain Blade Warband with Eowyn, where we learnt a little bit more last time about what's going to go on in this series and what we plan to achieve. I'm still kind of working out the finer details of it, but I now need to work on probably just getting some more loot, some more troops, and seeing if we can finish off this Silver Mist Ranger quest. That would be very useful. I also think I'm going to try not to get involved in any major factions. So I'm going to just play as an independent soldier, because I think inherently that will be more interesting for us. Because I've always joined another faction and helped them grow big. I don't think we want to do that this time. We're going to just play as an independent person. That's a 3 CS patrol. Let's run away from you. Thankfully they're chasing those peasants. May just be some bandit hunting today. We may not be able to achieve all the Silver Mist Rangers wanted, because although these are desperate highwaymen, they're not forest bandits because they're not in green. And trying to fight some Jatu with our current strength is going to be tough to say the least. Right, infantry in the front, cavalry there. Archers behind. I don't think we have any cannon fodder today. No, we don't. Infantry charge, because those warders going to die. As seen by there. I'm pretty sure I put my infantry in front, but might have been a mistake on my part. Deal with this big chap here. We lost one warder there. Let's charge now with the rest. It's unfortunate because the warders are good ranged units. I mean, they're not spectacular, but they are more ranged units than we had before. But we just have to deal with it, unfortunately. I've seen Guardian Spearmen still doing some decent work. As we get a faster horse and a better weapon, we will do more damage, as well as when our proficiency increases as well. We've won the day, excellent. We'll grab a bunch of this stuff. That's not some bad armour actually, we'll take that for ourselves. We've got a pretty good horse here as well, but it's going to be a long time before I'm ready to take a level 4 horse, I would think. Let's see if there's any better other bits. I don't think so. Another companion I'd like to pick up alongside Leslie is Anson. He's also a low-leveled chap and is very useful. We will head to Laria. We just need to be very careful on our route, because Laria can be very dangerous indeed, with the amount of Noldor that can live nearby. I think we'll be okay though. Let's go here, sell our stuff. My aim is to get about 4,000 dinars and then head down to Ethos in the Empire territory. Because there we can make some pretty good money for ourselves. We're probably actually about that at the moment, but we need a little bit of extra cash to work with. I'm going to just head down to Ethos and see how much this first business is. Because normally I would wait a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be worth it to go now. Just going to be watching out for any snake cult that live down here. They're the kind of minor hateful faction in this part of the world. Sue's in the tavern out of curiosity. Bodis is here. Mercenary crossbowmen will be too expensive for us.
Well met. What can I do for you?
I'll sell my one prisoner for 56 dinars. Now this is okay. I'm allowed to take these opportunities because it's taking accounts as mercenaries. 3 refugees for 57 dinars. Done. We'll need to put them in the cannon fodder though. I also want to go speak to the guildmaster.
Yes.
And do you have a productive enterprise for me? I want to make, not most of these businesses, most of these businesses don't do well at Ethos. However, an oil press does remarkably well at Ethos. It only costs us 4,500 and profit will be 418. That's not spectacular at the moment. That will improve over time. We could get this down, the dyes, but it's only an extra 100 per week and costs us a lot more money. So we're probably not going to do that. Refugees, we're going to need to put you into cannon fodder, or just fodder in general. Because you are fodder and you'll die extremely quickly. So if we can keep you behind the other units, we might be able to get some actual Pendor recruits up and running. They will still stay as fodder. We'll probably make the majority of our Pendor archers bowmen at the moment, because finding range units are quite expensive when you're buying them as mercenaries, and so I think doing this would be better. Right now we're just taking on little piddly groups of highwaymen, but as time goes on we'll be able to take on a little bit more. Right, infantry here please, archers there, infantry here, cavalry can just go on the flank there, and fodder, wherever you may be, go right to the back please. I don't know, are there any major cavalry units here? It doesn't look like it, so infantry charge and cavalry charge. Fodder and our archers will stay up on the hill. There's no reason for them to move. I just want to keep my Pendor recruits alive, if anything. Let me get them out of the way. Fodder, just get over the hill. I don't know where you're going to go, but not here. Keep them alive as long as I can. This helmet does prove a little bit problematic when it comes to seeing things. We'll see if we can do some sniping from back here. Don't know if we're going to be overly successful. We managed to shoot our own friendly horse. I mean, you can see how bad our aim is. It goes off to the left-hand side. There we go. Some more renown. I don't think there's going to be much here worth looting, but we might get enough to go back to Ethos and get this business up and running. If not now, then soon. Vanscree Mortar, you can be a Vanscree Raider. You do require to be paid a little bit more, but you are probably worth it. Let's go to Marliot and just sell our stuff. That's a low-level Jatu group. Can we take those on realistically? I'm not sure. If we head to Marliot very quickly, we might be able to find some more mercenaries there. Because this might give us what we need, not only in terms of loot, but also enough to basically ensure that the Silvermist Rangers like us. Now, Barclay Adventuriers, they're pretty good. And there's 6 of them for 528 bucks. I'll take them. They've also got spears. Havadar the Bard, you don't have anything interesting for me. Kavera, how much do you cost? 2,000. I'm not willing to pay that at the moment. Where are those Jatu? I see you. I'm coming after you, lads. This might be a mistake. The Jatu are strong troops. Do I have a hill? No, but I've got a river. Fine. Infantry here. Archers up there. Fodder may well die. And that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make. We'll put them at the back. Infantry charge, cavalry charge. We might get absolutely slaughtered here. We'll have to see. These guys are no joke. I'm hoping that our Vanscree Raiders and our Barclay Aventuriers, where we grew up, would be enough. I think we might be okay here, just off numbers. You can see it up there in the top right, the kind of balance of power in this battle. These guys are tough in any large numbers. It's quite rare to find a war group this low in numbers. There goes the young Ravenstone Noble. Ow, that's going to hurt. There's no point in me shooting them with my bow. I won't do any damage to these guys. They're very heavily armoured. Please don't. No, I wanted to hit you, but I missed. Oh, Pendor recruit. That's not the time to go for it. Or refugee. There's another chap coming in here. We are losing a few people. But the loot from this should be worthwhile. And hopefully the score will be a good amount as well. You can see how good of fighters they are. I mean, they only took out 4 of us, but that's because it's a very small group. And we've got decent surgery skill. 5 renown, 2 morale. Loot is probably not actually as good as I might have hoped. We'll let Leslie take anything she wants. She's taking a horse, that's good. And a helmet. Strong composite bow is actually better than our current one, so we'll take it. So in that sense, it is actually worth doing. Jatu Lancer, we can't take the peasant women, they're not part of our allowable recruits. We can take the farmers because they turn into Pendor recruits, which is indeed fine. Guardian Horseman, and we'll get another Vakavi Manhunter. We're going to have to rely very heavily on range. Decided on We didn't get enough, but we've got a lot closer. One or two more of these groups may well push us over the edge in terms of the forest bandits. The question really is going to be trying to find them. Warband Adventurers further up, they're pretty damn good. And the farmers contending to Pendor recruits. Make sure you are in fodder as well. Good. But that's definitely helped us. Let's go again back to Marlion and sell this stuff. Oh, we've been ambushed. This happens at night time, especially when you've annoyed some bandits, or in this case the Jatu. They probably paid for some local thugs to come and try and kill us, or at least in this case rob us. As you get later on into the game, the unit quality and number increases, and even at this stage we're going to struggle with these two, so we'll have some money stolen off us, I'd imagine. Thankfully they don't kill you. You do get found by your companions, but you will lose a little bit of money. Yeah, 248 dinars lost. Although that shouldn't happen again, we should be able to make that money back without too much issue. I think we've got enough to now go down to ethos. Now that does normally take a week for the businesses to start, but it will give us some weekly income that'll be very useful. Still keep an eye out for some forest bandits though. That's an old door, that's not someone we want to entertain as someone we can fight, because we only really mildly survived the fight with the Jatu because we were lucky. Into ethos we go. And that wolf sound has told me that Wolfbird the Slayer is invading Pendor. We'll get onto that in just a second. Let's go to the Guildmaster. I want to buy a productive enterprise, and I want to make oil from olives. You see now, profit is 704 a week for so which only costs 4,500. So within 6 or 7 weeks, it's already paid for itself and is into pure profit. Now, if we go to reports and victory progress, you'll see that Wolfbird the Slayer has spawned as an army. These are independent armies who have a lot of strength and only get more powerful as time goes on. They start off with about 300-400 troops and can grow to multiple thousands. So if I had the strength, I would try and nip it in the bud early. But we're just a lowly little warband, not even a lord or even a mercenary. That's not something we can really entertain at the moment. However, if we do see them, I'll try to show you Wolfbode. Although Wolfbode does have a kind of patrol to try lure people in. So we're going to watch out for that. I'm just going to charge these guys. We won't even get any renown for these chaps because we're a big enough war party now that these guys, we don't really get any honour for killing them, so to speak. Leslie charging in here as well, that's good. We at least get a few kills, maybe a little bit of proficiency, there we go. Come here. Oh, that was a good old shot by whoever that was. There we go. If nothing else, this will provide us a little bit of loot, which is by no means a bad thing. There we go. Just make sure these bent arrows aren't... Well, okay. They are not better than our current ones, that's fine. We will take you, and we'll turn you into Pendor Recruit. Make sure there's no one else to upgrade. Let's head over to a vendor. A vendor? A vendor? Gotta watch out for the heretics around here, though. There they are, I see them. Run! Oh, we're slightly faster than them. We should be able to make it to a vendor without any issues. We just need to make sure to not run again straight out into them. We need to wait here for some time. Let them run away, so to speak. There we go. Anyone interesting in the tavern? Sigismund Sinclair, Coram, Yonder Shah nobles I'm less keen on. They're too expensive, really. I'll speak to Coram of Bray. He has a hidden cache treasure for us. Now, that's in Rain. There's also one in Valenbray. It's well worth doing when the time is right. And if we want to start up another business, we may well do so. That's interesting. The Vendor Merchant Caravan is being attacked by an adventure company. I think we can take them on. With the mercenaries, we might be okay. Hopefully we'll be okay. I mean, there'll be some really tough soldiers here. It'll get us some renown, and it will get us a pretty good amount of loot, should we survive. Cavalry charge straight away, and same with infantry. Archers hold here. I should not get myself attacked. That's a lot of heavy cavalry. Fodder, I need you to run in the opposite direction. I don't know if we even have any fodder on the map, but if we do, we need to deal with them. We will take a lot of losses here. My hope is the money will be worth it, and the loot, but we will get knocked out very quickly here. You can see we're taking a lot of damage. Even with 48 against their 8, we will still take more damage before we're done. Thankfully, the mercenary group here, which are escorting this Salion caravan, will have taken the majority of the casualties, but we will still have 6 wounded and 3 dead. So we're going to need a bit of time to rest after this, but we should get some pretty decent loot from here if I'm lucky. And we also get a bit more positive relations with the Kingdom of Salion. Only 3 items though. No, that wasn't worth it. Damn. We can't take the Ravenstone Militia, as that's not our way of operating. Let's head over to Yaviksholm in Fiatsvane territory. Keep an eye out for any sea raiders nearby, because I know there are usually some around. Although they're not usually a bad source of prisoners. But Leslie has something to say. Yaviksholm, where my brother and I landed when we first arrived in Pendor. Our hopes were so high and we couldn't wait to start travelling and trading. People say the Fiatsvaners are barbarians, but they have good heads for trade. The people up and down the coast grow flax, which they weave into linen. You can't compete with Janos silks and velvets as a luxury fabric, but it makes good summertime wear, as well as sails for ships. Linen was one of the few goods that someone else in Pendor wasn't already making. My brother and I had saffron, cinnamon, cloves, pepper and other spices, and a chest full of dinars. From Yaviksholm we travelled towards Laria to trade for Noldor artefacts and pottery. We estimated that even if we couldn't find artefacts, we could buy linen, furs, velvet, iron and wool, the extra horses to carry them back to Yaviksholm and still make a profit. If only we'd taken the Jatu into account. Yeah, Leslie didn't have a great time with it. Let's sell these bits off. I'm going to pick up a bit of fish here. Or I'm not, because there isn't any. Normally I buy fish here because it's pretty cheap. Instead I'll just buy some grain and some cabbage. We can do some trading, and I may actually think about it, because I've got a good trader here. I've got Leslie with me, who's an excellent trader. Let's see if there's any good deals going that we can make. Flax and selling it at Pointsbrook, we will get 66 profit. Is there any flax going? There's a decent amount of flax going. Let's buy some, but every bit you buy increases how much you pay. So let's buy 8 bundles for just under 700 dinars, and I've completely forgotten where we need to send them to. We want to go to, I think it was Pointsbrook, or even Marlion, I think, had some decent offers. Let's just double check that again. Go to the marketplace. Oh, more bandits, fine. That's not really what I wanted, but that's fine. These crossbowmen can be quite annoying to deal with, especially like that. So we'll lose a bit more money. Only 9 dinars. I think it's proportional to the amount of stuff you have in your purse already. We'll reassess the local prices. There's another new army here. So Obrist Heinrich, a former Barclay Empire general from Mettenheim, has landed in Pendor. Fine. Actually, selling flax at a vendor is going to be a lot better for us. And a vendor is just over here. So, 700 dinars for 8 flax bundles. Let's see what profit we can sell them at. We've got Leslie here. She's a good trader. Let's see how much money we can make. It may not be a huge amount, but it does add up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's nearly... It's pretty much just under double what we made before. Honestly, trading may be the way to go. We've got Leslie. It's probably not a bad idea. Linen here and selling in Valenbray or Salion. would sell for a decent amount. Linen's a bit more expensive though. We want things that are nice and cheap. Usually there are certain things that certain places produce really cheaply. Vandenbray, I think, produces fish incredibly cheaply, and then you sell it to someone who doesn't have that item. However, we've only got 4 days left to finish this quest for the Silver Mist Rangers, and I would really like to do so if possible. Those are just Forest Outlaws. The Red Brotherhood aren't interesting to us either. We may fail this quest purely because there's probably not enough Forest Bandits around. We might need to go into Jatu territory, which is inherently rather dangerous. I'm not thrilled by the idea. Anyone fun here? Mercenary Highlanders, too much. Graydon has another hidden cache for me, excellent. You can build up a lot of good things just by speaking to... there's some Forest Bandits. You can speak up a lot of... You can get a lot of good tips from local people of importance and prison brokers. You get some good things. Salion have taken Savador Castle from the Bacchus Empire. Hopefully, these Forest Bandits will be enough. Something tells me they may not be. There's a few cavalry there, so we're just going to charge. Except, of course, for our fodder, who are going to run the opposite way. Because I want to keep my fodder alive. If entirely possible. Probably I should have set up a proper defensive wall. That being said, this is a very small battle map. I don't think we would have much time to set up. We just lost another Maiden Warder, it's not ideal. That being said, the Barclay Aventuriers are probably better range troops than the Maiden Warders anyway. Kill you, excellent, some more experience for ourselves. Don't mind things being knocked out, that's not a problem. Vanscreen Warder goes down. We probably want to try get some more Vanscreen Warders or some more of a front line, because we do rely on Vanscreen soldiers quite a lot, I would think, to hold our front line together, as well as the remaining Singalian Spearmen. We've got a decent knock on his horse. Oh, you bugger. I saw you coming for me there. There we go, his horse is down. Let's get out of here because he'll be pretty strong at attacking us. Let's try to save our Barclay Aventuriers. They're good melee soldiers as well as archers, but we don't want to lose them. Is that it? No, there's still 1 or 2 horsemen gallivanting around. Let's go find out where they are. Albeit we're on a very, very slow horse, to be perfectly honest. Oh, there you are. You're a adventurer who's lost his horse. Fine. Oh, Singalian horseman beat me to it. Fine. That's good. 2 renown. Nothing particularly exciting there. I don't think Leslie even needs to pick up anything from that loot. We'll take it to sell. Now, the question is, has that been enough for our quest? We've upgraded ourselves, and it is enough for the quest. Excellent. Let's upgrade our troops. We'll get some Pendor light bowmen. They're not spectacular. When they turn into heavy bowmen, they're not terrible. And I do think range is going to be the way forward for us in general. There's a tournament here. I'm not going to bother entering it. We wouldn't win at this stage anyway. You can make some really good money off tournaments, kind of 20,000 dinars. I'm just not sure it's worth it. There's a bricking camp. That's useful to know, actually. We'll keep that there. We can destroy this, but we know that bandits will go back that way, which is pretty useful, actually. Hello, you are Blood Valley Clan Raiders. Are you interested in us? I'm kind of happy just to let you guys go for the time being. I've got bigger fish to fry. Savansky Raiders around. We'll let him take them on, that's fine. Let's head to Senderfall. We probably won't get that much for our initial quest completion, but it will be worth it in the long run. I have some bounties to claim. So we get some experience, Leslie levels up, and we get some dinars, and our relation improves. Could also take on some clarion calls, but no. For now, we've done what we set out to do with them. It's given us a healthy bit of money. So now what I intend to do, while I'm in Centerfall, see if there's any good trade deals here. We have Leslie, let's make use of her. Anyone else here in the tavern? Mercenary and crossbow will be too expensive. I'll sell my prisoners. Nothing there of particular interest. Go to the marketplace, assess the local prices. I don't think Centerfall has any decent commodities to sell. Iron perhaps, selling a Marleon or Sarleon would bring a good profit. It's quite expensive, mind. Let's buy 5 for 1132, and we'll sell it as Sarleon Marleon when we are next down that way. If we get attacked and we lose all our stock though, that could be a problem. But honestly, being a trader is not a terrible idea in this game. I've got to watch out for the Snow Wolf Warriors. There's quite a few of them around. They're pretty quick actually. I don't mind fighting one of them by themselves. The best thing we can do is just charge, because they'll charge us. And I want my cavalry to take the hit, not my infantry or archers. This is the first time I think we've fought these guys. And we're already pretty much dead, because we took a massive hit there initially. And our horse has taken an even bigger hit. Maybe we just leave. We're at least keeping them occupied for the time being. No, and we're knocked out. As you can see, we're still very, very weak. We will improve as time goes on. Oh, we lost our Pendor Light Bowmen. They're not spectacular. This is why we need a proper trainer on our side. We need Donovan. Donovan is an excellent trainer. He's another companion like Leslie. And he will really increase the speed and quality of our troops very quickly. Problem being, you need to have the funds to support that. I didn't really want to do this fight because we lost pretty much all of our low-level Pendor troops. So still for the time being we're having to focus very much on mercenaries. Once we level up ourselves a little bit more, we can start training the recruits as well. Oh, there's another Vansky Raider dead. We're losing our front line somewhat. We may have to come back to this area. We may not be quite ready for these chaps just yet. They are fairly heavily armoured, if nothing else. Well done there, sir. Excellent with your big 200 spear there. 4 renown though, and not a bad amount of loot, if not particularly exciting. Grab all you guys. We'll sell it for a decent profit. I mean, this is just free money, really. We can take a refugee. They are counted as Pendor recruits because they turn into one. I'm going to take some heavy soldats. We need more of a front line. They are very good infantry. And they turn into lancers, which actually I probably don't want at the moment. I think we might have to abandon our plans to go to Ravenstone if we can't get through. There's also an adventure company there. Hopefully the Lord will deter him. Can we make it through without being attacked? Yes, we can. Good. In here we go. Tell you what, it doesn't sell for a bad profit here either. I might just sell the iron here and be done with it. Yeah, we'll just sell the iron here. It's made us about 500 iron in profit. It's not bad at all. We'll assess the local prices while we're here. Silence is claimed against the Kingdom of Ravenstone, and Ravenstone and Fitzvane have made peace. Fine. No good items here that we can find, really. Let's head to the tavern, see if there's any okay mercenaries we can grab. Kravold, Vakavi Manhunters.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Captain. Absolutely, we'll grab you. Nothing from Kravold. I will have some Mountain Raiders. I completely forgot about this quest. To be perfectly honest, there should just be outside to deal with. Yeah, this is the initial quest that you're supposed to do at the very beginning of the game, which I'm yet to do. Grab you guys. Deal with this band of robbers. There's one really tough chap, and the rest are not too bad at all. Probably the best thing we can do here is infantry here. Cavalry there, archers here, and fodder all the way at the back, please. Thank you. They'll charge us. We've got an okay amount of range. Don't the heavy soldats just look really cool? They remind me of kind of Templar Knights almost. But we definitely need more of a front line. We've got a decent cavalry contingent. We definitely need more infantry for sure. See if we can get a bit of proficiency up with our new bow. We're still horrendously inaccurate. Oh, I see you. Need to deal with this chap here. There we go, wasn't too bad. I think that Mist Mountain Clan Chief actually is given slightly less health than he is normally. Spare me, spare my life, let me go, and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade. You'll never hear of me again. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or fellows kidnap the brother of a prominent merchant in town, tell me where you're hiding him, and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts and you can go free. It's useful just to get the level up, to be honest. Bless you, my lady, bless you, we've done him no harm. We're keeping him in our camp near Orin. I'll describe the area nearby in detail so there's no mistaking it. To be honest, they had a lot of loot for just 5 of them. That's pretty impressive. Right, grab all of you. I'm keeping an eye out for Anson and Donovan now. There's their kidnappers' hideout. I'm not keen to go in there yet because we'll lose. Even that singular kind of area can be a problem. Into rain we go. Seeing what's available to us. Let's sell all this loot we picked up. And we're going to have a walk in town once we've been to the tavern. Anyone interested in the tavern? Mercenary Highlanders? There's Anson. Hello, sir. Good day, my lady. Hello, you look a trifle elevated in station to be hanging about in here. I have no station, and I shall tell you why. My name is Anson, by the way. A pleasure to meet you. My father, a merchant in Rain, had me educated by our finest scholars. I spent all my time poring over books and scrolls under the tutelage of the abbot here. I didn't realise that the ultimate goal of all this education was my indoctrination into the clergy. When the abbot let that slip, I packed up what I could, left my father's house, and now in search of more manly pursuits. I have no intention of being a priest, but shall learn to be a knight. No more books for me. I'm going to join a band of adventurers or a troop of mercenaries. Well, as a matter of fact, I run a mercenary company. Do you? I've been happy to meet someone like you. I'll be pleased to join you. I'll be a most valuable addition to your ranks. I'm well versed in the medical sciences and can serve as a medic to your troop. More importantly, I'll happily learn everything you're willing to teach me. Good, we'll teach you to fight, never fear. Pack your gear and meet me at the front gate. Anson is free, and he's also very low leveled, which means you can really train him very well to your standards. So he'll go up there and join Leslie. Let's get him ready to go. Now his skills, he's pretty intelligent. He's a decent medic, and I normally give him stuff like engineering as well. But he's not very strong. He's not a great fighter, but over time he'll become one. I'll upgrade your armour, upgrade your horse, and as with most of our companions, that you're going to go for a one-handed weapon, a shield, bow, and arrow. Thank you. And I'm going to convert you into a cavalry class, because you will be there eventually. I also need to speak to Leslie while I'm here. Upgrade her skills. Let's give her another intelligence. Give her some power strike, because she probably needs some. And we also need to level ourselves up. We've got a couple of things we can do. Probably not a bad idea would be for us to get up to intelligence 12, as that allows us to increase our surgery, our first aid, our trainer, which is very important, and we can also have one in power strike, which will be useful in the future as well. There we go, we've done some upgrades for our troops. Wonderful. Now eventually we can go back and speak to the Silvermist Rangers and get a new job. I forgot, we needed to go into Rain proper, didn't we? I don't know if we're going to take all the stuff yet, but if I remember correctly, it's been a little while. In here, in Rain, which is a pretty cool looking castle, I think it's the first time we've looked at the castles. If you turn left down this side street, there should be a pile of hay somewhere. Just through here. There it is. And there's a very It's supposed to be a hidden chest. It's quite obvious if you look at it. But look in here. Got some pretty good bits of gear. We'll take those bits of armour for ourselves. I wouldn't mind taking the long mail with surcoat. The long mail with surcoat, there we go. Silver gauntlets I will keep here because I want to use them. But actually we can probably take them with us, that's fine. I'll take these bits to give to Anson. I don't think he'll be able to take this yet, so we can leave this here. There's also a bunch of various loot which sells for a pretty penny. And also a Qualis gem. Now Qualis gems are very, very unique and very, very rare. They can be used to buy upgrades from certain merchants for your character. You can hire Noldor troops when you've become friends with them. And a few other bits here and there. However, we are in no position to use it effectively yet, and if we keep it in our inventory, we may well lose it. So for now, the best thing we can do is leave it here, because it will never disappear. This is pretty much a perfect storage chest. So for now, we'll leave it there. I'm going to manage my inventory, access the item pool, and see if Anson wants any of this stuff. There we go. Looks like Leslie's taken the short armour, and Anson will take the spare armour, that's fine. Back into Rain, let's sell these two little bits. Any fun prices around here? We'll keep the other goods in there for the time being. There's nothing good worth selling here. Let's go see if we can find Wolfbode the Slayer. I know he'll be around here somewhere. He normally lives around Poinsbrook. Just seeing if there's anyone that we want to really try to take on. There's Wolfbode's Patrol. And there's Wolfbode. Already at 575 troops. He's a unique unit that you can capture, potentially in battle, and get either a Qualis gem, some large diamonds which are worth about 95,000 dinars, and sometimes some of their gear as well. But as you can see, we are nowhere ready to take those guys on, and they're incredibly dangerous. Even though Wolfbode is kind of seen as the less tough one to deal with, I think, over the long time, over the kind of the grand scheme of all the vast soldiers around here. Right, buying furs would sell for an okay price down in the Empire, but it's a long way to go just for that. Debtor Outcasts I'm not too interested in. Voidor the Scribe, you usually sell books, don't you? And weirdly sausages and wine. Not a bad idea to do, but they are expensive, so you can get some good stat boosts from them, but it's probably not worth us doing so at the moment. Richard doesn't have any rumours for us, sadly. Do you have any rumours for us? No, you don't. That's unfortunate. Fine. I'm going to get out of Poinsbrook. Poinsbrook is probably the most dangerous place to be in terms of Ravenstone territory. We don't need to chase these brigands anymore, particularly. I will go see if we can get some more benefits with the Silvermist Rangers. Eventually we'll be able to join up with them. Which would not be a bad idea for us to do, because they have some pretty snazzy gear. Their sergeant unit, the Silvermist Halberdiers, are fine if not particularly interesting. So I don't know if we want to permanently join them, but it's probably not a bad thing for us to try do anyway. Let's go to the castle. If nothing else, it gets us good money and good experience. But no, they're not ready yet to have an additional quest for us. That's fine. There's still plenty of iron here, but iron is expensive here. I'll access the local prices, but it's a lot of money to spend. Buying woolcloth here and selling ethos would suffer a lot. There's quite a bit of woolcloth here. We'll buy all that woolcloth and we will sell it ethos. So buying it at 1370 for 6 of them. Let's see what that turns into further down in ethos. Eventually we'll see our ethos profits come in as well. Is that more Singolian Spearmen? That is. I will take you. They're not bad. They're good at dealing with the cavalry that come in these low-level groups. You have a lot of bandits, then 1 or 2 kind of knights or adventurers who I presume are kind of the leaders of the group. And they can be quite tough. So actually having a few spearmen is by no means a bad thing. We're going to head down to Ethos. Was a few. We could get 4 troops there if we're lucky. I mean, I'm still not thrilled about taking on these mismounted warriors. Ah, no, we lost them. Someone else will get all the loot and the benefits. Just keeping an eye out for the demon worshippers. If we take on that Red Brotherhood, that wouldn't be a terrible idea either. They're another kind of minor faction. We're heading this way anyway. But no. Okay, down to Ethos. Hello, you're Knights of the Lion, that's fine. I'll probably go help you out if you want the help. Keeping kind of these custom knighthood orders on the side would be useful. And also they're very strong cavalry. As you can see here, they're pretty fitted out in terms of their gear. I don't know if we've got special music for them as well. We might do. Although technically we're fighting on their side. But I know quite a few of the custom knighthood orders have like special music about them. For example, the Knights of the Dawn, the kind of fanatical zealots over by Valambre have, I guess, kind of churchy choral music in the background. Kind of Templar music, almost. There is also... There is one group I'd really like to join, Custom Knighthood Order. They live down in Deshar territory. And they are called the Knights of the Eventide. They are the sworn opposition of the Knights of the Dawn, because one's a fanatical zealot and one's a heretic, so naturally they don't get on very well. We didn't manage to rescue any prisoners. That's fine. However, trying to actually make friends with the Knights of the Eventide is tough, because if we look at our reports, go to faction relations, go to knighthood orders, some people like us, some people like the Knights of the Dawn are a bit weary of us, where even some of the Knights of the Ebony Gauntlet. Down here, the Knights of Eventide -40, resentful. They're very hard to bring on side, but if you do, they're an excellent source of troops. They are some quality soldiers in both their sergeants and their knights, unlike the Silvermist Rangers, who struggle a little bit with their sergeants just being a little bit uninteresting. Can you smell that? Lemon trees, apples and saffron crocus flowers, the sense of Ethos. I spent many a happy summer here when I was studying with the abbot. Ethos has wet winters and hot summers, but the people here build great cisterns to water their crops. They grow wonderful grapes. Ethosian wine is famous, my lady. Those who can afford it have walled gardens where fruit trees grow in abundance. We'd sit at night listening to music or playing chess, or just enjoying the sweet scents of the night air. The poets call Ethos a paradise, and I think that, for once, they do not take poetic license. Very good. Right, into Ethos we pop. Sent to the tavern. So Roland is here. He's a Knight of the Dawn. Or an ex-Knight of the Dawn, I should say. Most infantry will be too expensive. I'm not interested. You might have some information for me. You don't. Ordis, I'm going to sell my one prisoner. Do you have any troops for me? You don't, sadly. Go to the marketplace. We came down here for a reason. I'd say that was worth it. It certainly sold for a little bit more. So you can make some pretty good money off trade in this game, if you're willing to take the time and plan out your routes. Wool and selling at a vendor for 73, it's not terrible. We'll probably head up back that way at some point. I feel like it's a little bit expensive. I'm going to hold off on that for the time being. I'll never turn over to Singal. Oh, hired assassins, they're always fun to kill. They're usually a good amount. They've been hired to kill us, but they're usually good fun to try kill anyway. Infantry here, archers here, cavalry on the hill, and any fodder we have, back over the hill please, thank you. There'll be a couple of tough troops in this group, but nothing too bad, I would think. There'll be quite a bit of range. I'm kind of stuck here in all these Singalian spearmen. Let's move the infantry forward a little bit. We've got a little bit of range now, so we're starting to do some good work. We've got somewhat of a front line, although a lot of them are spearmen who don't have any form of shields. These Volkovi manhunters are fine. They're not spectacular units, but they'll do the job. I actually need to move the Barclay Aventuriers back to become archers. I always forget. Right, infantry charge. Same with the cavalry. Archers push up to the next hill, please. And Fodder stays at the back because there's nothing they can reasonably do to help in this fight, and all they'll do is die, which we don't want. So we can do some horse archery, but horse archery is notoriously difficult to do when you're low leveled. So let's just go in for some melee instead. Oh, lost another young Ravenstone noble, but that's fine. We only bought them at the time because they were there. We just needed some troops. I was never really expecting them to last forever anyway. That seems to be knocked out, but that's fine. Your companions can't die, by the way, they're always just knocked unconscious. And of course you lose the benefits of them. Oh, there goes the horse. Our horse should recover. If it doesn't say crippled, we should be okay. Hi there. That was my kill. I do like the way the Barclay troops look, especially as we come from Barclay. I'd like to try and make friends with the Barclay minor faction. It's pretty hard to do. But it'd be fun to try. It's a pretty good helmet there. Not for me, but for someone else perhaps. I don't think Anson's quite strong enough to grab it though, so we'll just sell it. And then I'm sure he'll pick up a new helmet in future. Let's just take a look at our party. We've got some Singalian spearmen ready to be upgraded. We'll move them back up as well. Let's over to Janos quickly. I want to just have a quick look in there if we can, if it's safe. There's usually some snake cult lurking around, so we'll be careful. There is a tournament here, but I don't expect to be able to partake in it, so I'm not going to bother. But you can see we're starting to pick up some more money now, which is good. We might be able to think about a second enterprise soon. Realistically, at the very start of the game, this is what we want to be doing. Going around, getting as much industry up as we can, because it's going to give us profit. Sift Moonshadow. You've got me an elf. Ugh. That's a lot of money for one soldier, but it's very useful. Interest in Vandenbray, excellent. And Reaver, hello there. Greetings, madam. I'm Reaver Blackwolf of Laria. Doubtless you've heard my name. Never heard of you. What did you say your name was? Really? Well, perhaps your ignorance can be forgiven. You don't look like a Pendorian. I don't know what's going on there. So I take it you're a stranger in these lands. A pity. I am of a noble family which believes in equality between men and women. As per my family's ancient traditions, I intend to make a name for myself in the profession of arms. Unfortunately, the local authorities have little understanding of the warrior's code. They've unfairly labelled me bandit and brigand, and put a price on my head. I'm anxious to avoid any further trouble, so if you can tell me of a company of adventurers in which I might enlist, I would be most grateful to hear of it. I run such a company. I look forward to vanquishing your enemies and spreading the renown of both our names. Note, however, that there is one gently born. I shall not be a maid, cook, or servant. I shall be your comrade in arms, and expect to be treated as such. You're a little bit annoying. Very well, I'm honoured for you to deign us to join us, my lady. 1,500 dinars. Are you worth that much? Fine, you can come aboard. But please don't cause any trouble. Now, Reaver, let's speak to you first and deal with the bigger thing we've got in our midst, and I'll talk about it in a second. I can't remember what skills Reaver has. She's a very good tactician and not much else. But she's not a terrible soldier. She's level 4. I think we might keep you as an infantry person. Upgrade your armour on your own, and we'll talk about weapons. One-handed, shield, and I think we're going to give you a crossbow with bolts. You'll be a foot soldier, I think. So we'll put you in as an archer. I also need to change the Barclay Aventuriers to archers, because they start as infantry. We've also picked up a Noldor Ranger. He's worth a lot of money, and he won't stay alive forever, But this is probably one of the best units we can get in the game. We've been very lucky to get one. And I sincerely hope he doesn't die very soon, because it's very rare we can pick up an Order Ranger at this stage of the game. And you can see our net revenue from the oil press has come in at Ethos. So our wages for 797 have mostly been negated by the revenue we've picked up at the oil press, and any additional income we get is pretty much profit from our any kind of weapons we sell at the local market. Now I'm heading over this way because I really love to bring the Eventide Order on side. They're based out of here in Singal. But I've got to be careful because they will attack me on sight. Let's head inside. There's a drunken tavern guard there, but I want those Barclay adventurers. Here we go, grab you. Oh, accept my apologies. No, he's not going to take it. We can shoot him, I'm not sure how much it's going to do. 15 damage, it's better than nothing. He doesn't have a shield, but he'll be a pretty quick fighter, even when he's drunk. Nope, I saw you fainting there. As you can see, we're still pretty under. We might be more armoured now than we were before. Oh, we've lost our shield, that's bad. Doesn't mean that we're much stronger in general. Think about how much damage we did, and then all it took was one hit from the guard. And that has knocked us out, unfortunately, but that's fine. Let's see if there's anything here in Singal worth trading. Date fruit and selling it elsewhere wouldn't be terrible. Those are treasure hunters. I'm less keen on attacking them. Let's just make sure the Eventide are here. Here they are. They also just look incredible. Look at them. Knight of the Eventide, who are excellent kind of cavalry soldiers. And then the Eventide Guilderman, which are pretty damn good horse archers, all things considered. But yes, my order has no business with its enemies. Begun to make amends. They're not going to be all too thrilled with us. There's also some Singalian troops around here, which I always need to watch out for. There's also some Silver Mist Rangers down here. I wonder if there's another. There must be another branch of the Silver Mist somewhere around here. I wonder if in this part of the world or not. Doesn't look like it. Right, another major army is spawning in there. You can see there's a lot of them start to spawn in. Let's head to Valembre if we can. Get to the tavern. See who's around. Bounty hunters.
How can I serve? Captain?
No, they're quite expensive for the limited benefits they give us, to be honest. Let's take a walk around the streets. Because again, as with rain, there is a hidden chest in Valembre. Over here by the docks, where you can see that Viking ship going on its way. Where is it? I'm just going to get my gear out. I don't think you can be attacked while you're just walking around town, but just in case. Just in this ship here, there should be a chest waiting for us. I see it there. Let's go have a look at what goodies are in here. In here, you have some bullets. Now, not many troops in the world, in this world even, get to fire guns. Barclay troops do. So does Donovan. We're going to keep these bullets here. They'll be useful in the future. We'll leave that there for now, but it's good to know what's around. Let's head back up to the Silver Mists. Or even, we want to think about getting some more money. We want to think about getting money from Rain. And using that to set up a second business somewhere. Wolfbird has been defeated, probably by a group of Ravenstern. But he'll be back. Unless you kill them, they like if you actually kind of kill them, they'll always come back at some point. We're going to avoid the advanced screen raiders. They're still going to be a little bit tough for us at the moment. Anson's level 2, excellent. Give him strength because he's not going to have enough to do anything really. And give him some power strike. No, strength and weapon master. That's going to be more important at the moment. Let's get his proficiencies up. And head back to Senderfall. Have you got any new jobs for us? Forest Bandits and Jatu. Excellent, we'll take that. That's the quest we did before. Head to the tavern here. Irish the Lotus is here. No mercenaries this time. Young Wavestone Nobles I can do without. Let's see if there's any interesting deals we can get here at Senderfall. Iron and selling at points because Scion sells for a pretty penny. How much can we afford? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 for 1,500. Let's go to Sarlion and see how much that sells for. I don't usually do trading as much as I'm doing in this game, but I think it is going to be worth it. I just need to make sure to sell this quickly so I'm not running at a low income, which will hurt my party's morale. We also need to speak to Leslie. She's just upgraded. Leslie and Anson level up pretty fast. Give you strength. Give you one in shield because I think you'll need it. No one else is ready to upgrade just yet. That's fine. Onwards to Sarlion. And if we see any forest bandits along the way, we may well take them on. I'm speeding up time a little bit. Just need to be a little bit careful of any other troops nearby. Now, we're going to sell this iron. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Made a profit of about 600. It's not spectacular, but it's money I would have otherwise had. Maiden Warders, I'll take you. That's fine. You're pretty cheap. And it's just going to give us a bit more strength. We're actually nearly at our capacity. But I'll tell you what, we'll leave things there. Next episode, we continue working on setting up some businesses. We set up one already. And we need to think about a lot more before we start thinking about seriously maybe taking over a little bit of land for ourselves. We need to keep an eye on the political situation. If there's one faction which looks like it's on the way out, often that's the Sarlion here. They're in the middle, they get dogpiled by everyone. Then we may well decide to take over a little bit of land for ourselves. But we're also going to need to think about creating our claim, and that requires our companions. But all that's come next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.